good evening, everybody, and welcome to Team Eagle's Monday evening Zoom. We're happy to see so many of you join us tonight. As most of you know, we are Mick and Jenny Daly. We are National Marketing Directors in your support line, have been with this wonderful company since 1990. We've been taking and working with Juice Plus since its inception in 1993, and we have to give it a lot of credit for our incredible health and fitness today. So, yes, we live in the beautiful mountains of Colorado. They truly are beautiful. There's still no snow. I think winter has come a little crazy this year. They've got lots of snow in England, where we are from, and there's no snow in the mountains of Colorado, but I'm sure...
They've had snow in Texas, they've had snow in Georgia, they've had snow in Louisiana, they've had snow in South Carolina.
Please send some our way. Okay, we're very excited about our topic and our speaker tonight, but before I introduce Melinda, Mick, tell us what's going on with the contest.
Will do. So you can see from this that the month of December has started slowly, characteristically slowly. It's that time of year. But we have Amber McCauley still leading with 3 orders and with a promotion. She completed her HLP. And then we have Denise with 6 orders. Well done, Denise. Outstanding. And then we have Tricia and Garth, who have both sponsored a rep on their team this month. And we have Lisa, who gets 100 points for Amber's HLP. So this time next week, we will see, I'm sure, a lot of progress, lots of more orders and lots more people joining Team Eagles and lots more promotions. You're muted. Jenny is muted.
Sorry, I missed most of that because Zoom just suddenly quit unexpectedly.
Oh dear.
Log in again. So, anyway, I'll listen to the recording so I can catch up with what you said. All right, let's move on here. I'm very excited this evening to introduce to you one of the leaders on Team Eagles, Melinda Crenwelge. Melinda married her high school sweetheart, Mark, at the age of 18. And by the way, you'll see Melinda's, the video here of her. It actually says Brianna, which is her daughter. Just a slight technical hitch here, but yes, you saw the little wave. This is, in fact, Melinda. So Melinda and Mark have been close friends of ours for a very long time, certainly more than 20 years. I can't remember exactly when we met. They live in Waco, Texas, on several acres. We've been to visit them many times. They own a number of animals, including horses, which is the love of Melinda's life, and even peacocks. You see peacocks strutting around their place there. It's a fascinating place to visit. They have 3 grown children and 1 little grandson. And Melinda has several degrees to her name, including a PhD in reading and science education from Texas Women's University. Her background is teaching, so she should do an awesome job this evening. No pressure.
No pressure.
And in 1991, she and Mark founded Academics Plus in Plano, Texas. She actually sold it a couple of years ago to pursue her Juice Plus business, but she is still a consultant there today. She is a senior sales coordinator with Juice Plus, and she's going to share this evening the importance of qualifying your business. So, Melinda, over to you.
Okay. Thank you very much, Jenny. As Jenny said, I'm going to be talking about qualifying your business tonight. This was a near and dear topic for me because as I was running Academics Plus, my main focus with Juice Plus was sharing it with my students and their families and basically just keeping my business qualified. So I had about 15 years of learning how to qualify my business because it was my plan B. And like many, we started with Juice Plus just simply to pay for our own product. One of our sons has an auditory processing disorder and horrible allergies. And so I knew just from kinesiology that if I could get more plants in him, we could help him hear better without all those allergies at school. So my initial desire was just to pay for all 5 of us because I couldn't figure out which kid not to give it to. And that did not take very much sharing, and I wanted a dually truck, so we decided just to share it with a few more people. Once we got our truck, which was a green Dodge 3500 Dodge, then we realized that it really wasn't that much difficult to pay for the mortgage. So we put a comma in our check and stayed really totally focused on our academic business. But what motivated us to move so quickly through to get that comma in the check, we did make those first few promotions. And Mick and Jenny explained to me that qualifying the business was the important next step. Qualifying your business is similar to your break-even or your bottom line in a typical business. And when you have a qualified business, you are eligible to pick up an additional 5% on your team's volume. Now, I am lucky enough to have Cheryl Lawrence on my front line, so 5% of her business was a pretty big addition to my check. So I made sure every single month that I was qualified. So let me talk to you a little bit, and I'm just going to go a couple of places and show you some different resources that you can come back to. The first one that I'm going to show you is Mick and Jenny's website, and it talks about what is a qualified business. So if you just go up on the lovely search item here and type in qualify, this is the screen that will come up. And it gives you a really nice explanation of what it exactly means. As you build your base of preferred customers and your team, your monthly volume or points, the PVC credit, will grow until they reach 1,000 each month. That's your number that you want to keep an eye on. That means your business is qualified. When your business is qualified, as I said, you get the extra 5%. As your team grows, this little 5% becomes more and more significant, represents a large and growing portion of your total virtual franchise income. And as many, many national marketing directors, including Mick and Jenny, have explained to me, this 5% performance bonus will, over time, be over 90% of our income. And you can see the difference down here when you have a larger and larger team, your average monthly check, and how that is changing. So one of the things, let's see, we'll go back here. So one of the things that I used to think about is, okay, so what does that exactly mean? Like how do I know if I'm qualified? How do I get qualified? What is that actually? And so if I go back over here, if you go to your virtual office, this is a really easy thing to do. So so this is the virtual office, and I just always made sure every day or every couple of days, at least every other day, I logged on here real quick and I kept an eye right here on this orange box. These are your key performance indicators, and you just need to look right here at this number and make sure that your number is 1,000. As long as your number is 1,000, then you know you're qualified. So right now, for example, it's the 11th of the month, and I look on that number and I have 871. So if you click on this box, here's your PVC right here. Now, thankfully, they let us, when we have extra, they carry it over for us. So I'm golden because I have 1,000 left over from last month, and I've already got 871 right now. So this is a nice thing that the company does for us. So you can look right here, and as long as those two numbers are going to get you over 1,000, then you're qualified. But what happens if that number is not 1,000? Then you need to know, okay, wait, what do I need to do? So, oops, oh, darn it, now it's going to kick me back to you, Brianna. Let's see, let's log. Well, I guess I could just sign in on you, Brianna, is okay?
Yeah, you're not going to have that high in numbers, but go ahead.
Okay, well, sorry about that. I didn't mean for that to happen, but here we go. I'll get off that picture. So if you go, excuse me, if you go over here to your My Customers, this is perfect because this is what I always did. So you go under Edit Customer Order, and you just run down here to the run report. Okay, so here's all the next ship dates on all of, actually Brianna's customers. So the ones that have the first of the month through the 11th have already been paid on. So what you can do is just look down here and see any number that is bigger than 11. So 12 or bigger. So we're going to count that one. There's 1, 2, 3. We're not going to count that one. 4. We're not going to count that one. So you just continue all the way down the list. You figure out how many customers are going to ship this month but have not paid yet. And what I did then is I would always stop share. I would always multiply that by 25. 25 is just an average number. With a quad order, you get 247, and you divide that by 4. That comes out to 61.8. A trio is going to give you about 42. A twin pack, 26. Shakes. So I didn't go through and get that like every single order. What was it? Add my points. Just in general, I would just multiply by 25. So if I had 10 orders that haven't shipped yet, I multiply that by my 25. I can add 250 to my PVC, and then I know by the end of the month, I'm going to be at whatever number. So let's say I'm sitting at 400 right now. If I have 10 orders that are still going to ship, then I'm going to have 400 plus my 250. Well, that's not going to be 1,000. So then I know right here on the 11th, I better get it in gear because I've got to go get some more orders and I've got to share Juice Plus with some more people. So that was just how I did it every month as I went through the month. So then I wasn't waiting until the end of the month and like, oh my gosh, I'm not qualified and now it's too late to do anything. All the way through the month, I know exactly what's going on. And you might wonder, well, why is that so important anyways? I mean, like, what's the big deal about being qualified? I know I said already that it's your break-even point. It's kind of the place where your business is actually, it's kind of that bottom line in business. But the important thing is those are your orders, and corporate is going to pay that 5%. Every one of your orders, corporate is going to write a check for 5%. And if you're not qualified, you don't get it. It goes right up line to all the people that are qualifying their business, that are helping you and are in your team. So I tell everybody, don't leave money on the table. That's your money. That's your 5% on your orders. And all you have to do to make sure that you get it is make sure that your business is qualified. And that just means that you've got that 1,000 on the PVC. So that was sort of fast, but Mick, do you want to unmute? Do people have questions? Does that make sense? Or what questions might that conjure up in your minds?
I have a question for you. I know that you had said you wanted to talk about this. Can you tell the difference between personally qualifying and using your team to qualify?
Yeah, good point. Good question. So on that key performance indicators, on your numbers, that's going to be your team numbers. And I'm gonna go to a video here in just a second, and it's going to explain that. What we want to move toward is that you're personally qualified, and that means that not your frontline reps, not your dealers and your DDs, but just your own personal orders. And so as you are consistently qualifying your business, then you want to move to that you're actually qualifying your business with your own personal orders. But there's, does that make sense? Does that help, Brenna? Yes? No?
So can I just clarify that a little bit further as well?
Yes.
It's very clear to those people who have been around for a while, but for brand new people, let's just be very specific and say that initially the qualified business comes from your own personal customers, your frontline dealers who haven't yet been promoted, typically friends and family users, and also your frontline direct distributors too. So even if people have been on your team have been promoted to 6% commission level, their customer orders, their own orders, are still included in your 1,000 points. Mm-hmm. So initially, it's not all about you. But as you said, once you've built that qualified business with the points from the orders, from your own orders, your customers, dealers, and your direct distributors, then the next goal is to be customer qualified or personally qualified, specifically with your own orders and not relying upon the orders from those dealers and directs on your team.
Right. So one of the things that I was looking at in getting ready for this is Mick and Jenny have a really short video that I think explains everything about qualifying the business in 7 minutes, and we still have time for that. So I'm going to go ahead and take some time to show you that video as we speak. And so I want to go up to here, and I'm back on the teamjp.net. I'm at the place where we said qualify your business. And if you just scroll down so that you can find this later, this video right here is such a succinct way. Brian Rose explains that to us.
Hi everyone, this is Brian Rose, and I'd like to explain the performance bonus to you, also known as PB. This is a major component of our Juice Plus marketing plan, and as you progress to the higher positions, you will start noticing that the performance bonus becomes the largest portion of your monthly Juice Plus paycheck. To receive the performance bonus, you must be a virtual franchisee or above, and along with that, you must have 1,000 PVC or more per month. This is called a qualified business. Now, if we want to break it down into just Juice Plus Trio orders, that means that you would have 24 Juice Plus Trio orders or 13 orders where people are getting the Juice Plus Trio and shakes. This is typically what people would order if they're doing the Shred 10 program. Now these 1,000 points comes from your customers, your dealers and their customers, and your direct distributors and their customers. So those 24 Trio orders can come from any one of these 3 sources. We do have a golden ticket called customer qualification, and this means that the 1,000 points comes from only your own customers. This produces a much higher income every month because of course you're getting paid more because you have more personal customers, but you also have that customer qualified status, so you are getting that extra 5%. What is the performance bonus? It is 5% on the volume of your team down 3, 4, or 5 qualifying generations. Now when I first heard that, I had no idea what it meant. So let me show it to you. Here I am. And I sponsored my friend, and they sponsored their friend, and that continues down. Now these are called levels. Underneath me in this line, we have 8 levels of representatives. However, I want to tell you about generations. Generations is different than levels. Generations has to do with qualified businesses. So at the end of the month, these are the PVC values for each of these 8 representatives. Which of these people have qualified businesses with 1,000 or more points? It's these ones. It's number 1, 2, 5, 7, and 8. These are the qualified businesses. So in our marketing plan, we are paid performance bonus on up to 5 generations of qualified businesses. As you're working up to that, there is a period where you'll get paid on 3 qualified generations and then 4 qualified generations, but ultimately it is 5 qualified generations. The payout for the performance bonus is 5% of the PVC. So let's look at number 1 here. 1,200 PVC means $60 as 5% of this. That $60 is going to be paid out up 5 generations. So that's $60 paid 5 times. The first $60 will go to me. It's payday, and I'm going to get that first $60. The rest of the $60 will go to the 4 people in my upline who also have qualified businesses. Level 2 is $125. So one of those is going to go to number 1 because they have a qualified business. The next will go to me because I have a qualified business. And the other 3 will go up 3 generations in my upline. Number 3 here, they do not have a qualified business. They only have 500 points. It's not quite to 1,000 yet, but we still get paid 5% on their volume. So this $25 will go to number 2, number 1, to me, and then to my upline. The same thing with number 4. However, because number 3 does not have a qualified business, they do not get the 5% from the people in their downline. Number 5, it goes like this. Notice number 3 and number 4 are not getting paid performance bonus because they don't have qualified businesses yet. And of course it goes down. And you can see that person number 6 here, if they would have gotten just a few more orders, they would be able to have some of the performance bonus. So as you can tell, this is why it's really important to have a qualified business. If you were number 3, for example, and you were able to bring your volume from 500 up to 1,000 and have a qualified business, you would make extra income from the performance bonus of all of those distributors underneath you. Now, keep this in mind as well. We're not just talking 8 people. Each of these people can start sponsoring others. And I am going to get paid the performance bonus on all of these people down 5 generations in every direction. This is called a line. And when you back up and you see the big picture, here's what I just described, but I'm not just limited to that. I can start sponsoring many other people, you see, and I will continue to get paid the performance bonus on all of the people that I sponsor. One of the great things about our marketing plan is that we're paid on generations, not levels. If we were paid on up to 5 levels, these are the only people that we would get paid on. However, we are paid on 5 generations, and so these are the people that we get paid on. Our marketing plan allows for an infinite number of frontline team members. So this is what I showed you earlier. However, I can keep sponsoring as many frontline team members as possible. In many marketing plans from other companies, you are only allowed to sponsor a certain number of frontline representatives. Not with Juice Plus. You can sponsor an unlimited number of frontline representatives, which truly takes the glass ceiling off of the income. Our mission statement is to build a stable and lasting company that will help as many people as possible realize their dreams. I encourage you to go out there and build a qualified business with at least 1,000 PVC points every month. And if you're counting on some of your team members to build up to that 1,000 points, that's good to start with, but continue getting customers so you have a self-qualified business.
You're muted.
Unmute. So to me, that was just the most succinct way to show you all where that video is so you can go back and watch it. And quite honestly, just in the last couple years where I've been able to make the plan B go into now my plan A, is really when I'm actually started understanding what that video is talking about. I really don't think that the years past that really made that much sense to me, but I definitely could understand that I was going to pick up the 5% that's paid on mine, or I wasn't, and that money was going to go somewhere. Corporate's going to pay it out, and since they're my orders, I figured I want to grab them. I just don't want to leave money on the table that is really intended to be for me. And as I am learning more and more about the marketing plan, I really am seeing the wisdom in that. I used to complain to Mick and Jenny about why do they have to make it so complicated. But honestly, they're really paying the people who are working the business. And so the people that are qualifying their business and that are actually working the marketing plan, sharing the mission, helping more people get well, those are the people that are picking up all the bonuses. So I hope that helps help you understand why is it so important. I know with our new reps, I really emphasize that fast track to sales coordinator. You really want to be at that 22%. You want to be getting every single bonus that the corporate has to offer us, qualifying your business, personally qualifying your business, so that the money that is available on your orders is going into your paycheck. So what other questions then, or other discussion? There's new people, there's experienced people. We've got a couple minutes left for any discussion that we can talk about qualifying your business.
The good news is that, yes, you make money through having a qualified business, but you don't need to understand all these numbers in order to be paid. I mean, you know, it's all about customers. Get out there. It's all about talking about Juice Plus, sharing information, and building that customer base, because that is the foundation of what we do. And if that's all anybody did, you know, to go out, build a customer base, get to the BF level, qualify your business, and then teach other people to do the same, you will be making a significant amount of money every month. Any questions? Melinda, just to remind everybody where they can see that video if they want to go back and watch it again.
Right, so that's on teamjp.net. You just type in on the search bar, qualify your business. You can just type in qualify, it'll come right up, click on qualify, and then scroll down, and that video is right there. And then, as I said, the easy way, even if you don't understand all these numbers like I did not for most of these years, you can jump on your virtual office, click on that orange box, your key performance indicators. Beautiful thing about corporate is that they show us all the data, and you know, you can just look right there, and then you can just figure out, okay, so if I'm not going to be at 1,000, you can actually subtract, divide by trios or quads or twin packs, and you'll know exactly how many orders you need to get in the remainder of the month, so you can really maximize the days throughout the month getting exactly what you need.
Maybe it would be worth just mentioning briefly Qualifying Day, which is something of a mystery to a lot of people. But, you know, the company works on a calendar month. But let's take December, for example. The last day of December is December 31st. Of course, this might be a little different this year because January the 1st is a holiday. But typically, the day after the last day of the month is called Qualifiers Day. And if you find that your numbers are just falling slightly short of that 1,000, or any other numbers you want for a promotion, you can place a qualifying order, but you do have to call the company and ask them to move it back. If this is, say, in January, you would have to call and ask them to move it back into December. It's a qualifying order. And that does change a little bit when the close of business is on the weekend. And as I said, January the 1st will be a holiday, so I would imagine January the 2nd may possibly be Qualifiers Day. But again, watch the news at your virtual office, because the company is very good at keeping us informed as to what's going on. Good job, Melinda. I love that video. I'm so glad you showed that.
Yep. Well, I, for one, do not like calling in on Qualifiers Day. I do not like working on a deadline. I just am not somebody that will be frantic the last day. But I do appreciate, I did completely not put in that Qualifiers Day on my notes. So that's good to know. But for me, I, for one, do not want to be on hold on Qualifiers Day trying to move those orders back. So just jump on your virtual office, keep an eye on your key performance indicators. That way, all the way throughout the month, you're going to know exactly where you are, exactly what you need to do when you have plenty of time left in the month to get it done.
Awesome. Okay. Thank you very much. Excellent explanation. Thank you, everybody, for joining us. And we will be having one more Team Eagles Zoom on a Monday evening this year, which will be next Monday, when we look forward to hearing from Amanda Schneider, who is going to be sharing with us the importance of events. And I think the timing of that particular topic is excellent. I'll say no more than that. other than to say that there are many great events coming up early in the new year. So we'll see you all next Monday evening, same time, same place. Have a great week, and we'll talk to you soon. God bless. Bye for now.
Bye.
Well done, Melinda.
Thank you.